Hello guys, welcome back to Java Python Interview Hub. So, in this particular video, we will cover 50 manual testing mock interviews, questions and answer in a role play model. You will experience a realistic mock interview for manual testing. Listen carefully, take notes and practice your answer. So, let's begin with the first question. Before that, we are simulating a real life mock interviews for manual testing. I will be playing the role of the interviewer and you will see how a candidate should answer effectively. Let's start. The first question. Can you explain what manual testing is? Candidate. Manual testing is the process of manually executing test cases without using automation tools to verify that a software application works as intended. It focuses on detecting defects by comparing actual results with expected result. Second question. Why is manual testing important? Or in other way, if we have automation tools, why do we still need manual testing? So, candidate response, automation is efficient for repetitive and regression tasks. But manual testing is crucial for the exploratory, usability and ad hoc testing, where human judgment and creativity are required. So, this would be the perfect answer. Let's move to the third question. Types of manual testing. So, again, in another way, name some types of manual testing. Candidate will give answer. Functional testing, integration testing, system testing, user acceptance testing, smoke testing, sanity testing, and the exploratory testing. These are the different types of manual testing. Question number 4. Smoke versus sanity. So, question in other way. Smoke testing checks basic functionality after a build to ensure it's stable for further testing. While sanity testing verifies specific functionalities after changes to confirm they work as expected. So, interviewer will ask you on a different way, something like, how do you differentiate smoke and sanity testing? Candidate. Smoke testing checks basic functionality after a build to ensure it's stable for further testing, while sanity testing verifies specific functionalities after changes to confirm they work as expected. Question number 5. What is test case? Another way, define a test case. So, candidate will give a test case is a set of steps, conditions and expected results created to verify a particular functionality of the software. Question number 6. Interviewer will give you the question, what should be included in a test case? Candidate. Test case ID, title, description, preconditions, test steps, expected results, actual results and the status. Now, question number 7. What is a test plan? In other way, can you explain what a test plan is? Candidate. A test plan is a document outlining the testing scope, objectives, resources, schedule, test strategy and the deliverables. Right? Question number 8. Verification versus validation. So, your exact question will be, what's the difference between verification and validation? The candidate will give answer. Verification ensures the product is built correctly, while validation ensures the right product is built. Question number 9. bug life cycle. So explain the bug life cycle. Candidate. It is the journey of a defect from detection to closure. Typical stages: new, to assigned, to open, to fixed, to retest, to verified, to close or reopen. So this is the life cycle of a bug. Question number 10. Interviewer will give you question: differentiate severity and priority. Candidate. Severity refers to the defect's impact on functionality. Priority refers to how soon it should be fixed. Now, question number 11. What is STLC? Or in other way, can you explain STLC? Candidate. STLC stands for Software Testing Lifecycle. It's a sequence of activities performed during the testing process: requirement analysis, test planning, test case design, environment setup, test execution, and the test closure is the phases of STLC. Let's move to the next question. How is STLC different from SDLC? You can count it as one of the most important interview question. SDLC covers the complete software development process, including requirements, design, coding, and testing. SDLC focuses only on testing phases within the SDLC. So you have to mention all these things to clear your interview. Next question. What is exploratory testing? Interviewer. What do you mean by exploratory testing? Candidate. It is an informal testing approach where testers explore the application without predefined test cases, learning and designing test on the go. Next question is, when do we perform regression testing, or what is regression testing? Candidate. Regression testing is performed after code changes to ensure existing functionalities are not broken. 15th question is, how is retesting different from regression testing, or what is retesting? The candidate. Retesting verifies that the specific defect has been fixed, while regression testing checks the overall system for any side effects. Next is, what is ad hoc testing, or can you explain ad hoc testing? Candidate. Ad hoc testing is an unstructured form of testing without documentation or formal planning, often done to find defects quickly. Right? The key characteristics of ad hoc testing is no formal test cases, minimal documentation, quick execution based on testers' intuition and experience, and often used to find defects. Right? So, next question is, what is user acceptance testing? UAT is performed by end users to validate if the software meets their business requirements before production release. Then, so next question is, how do you differentiate functional and non-functional testing? Candidate. Functional testing checks what the system does. Non-functional testing checks how the system performs, including performance, usability, and security. Right? So, in functional testing, you can give example of login functionality, and in the non-functional testing, you can give load time, security, reliability. Now, move to the next question. Explain BVA, means boundary value analysis, with an example. BVA test at the boundaries of input range. Age, for age input 18 to 60, we test 17, 18, 60 and 61. Next is, what is equivalence partitioning? Candidate, it divides input data into partitions where test cases from each partition are expected to behave similarly, reducing the number of tests. Question number 21. How do you define a defect? A defect is a mismatch between the expected and actual behavior of an application during testing. Question number 22. What is a test scenario? A test scenario is a high-level description of what to test. A test case has detailed steps and expected results. Now, what is a test script? A test script is a set of instructions to be executed, which can be manual steps or automated code. Next is, what are entry and exit criteria in testing? Entry criteria could be requirements document approved, and exit criteria could be all test cases executed with zero high severity defects. Right? So let's move to the 25th. What is the difference between static and the dynamic testing? Static testing involves reviewing documents without execution, while the dynamic testing requires running the application. Move to the 26th. What is alpha testing? So, alpha testing is performed by internal teams before releasing the product to customer. The main characteristics of alpha testing is conducted in a controlled environment, performed by internal teams, and identifies issues before external release. Question number 27. What is beta testing, or who performs beta testing? Beta testing is done by a limited number of real users in their environment before the full release. Next is, what is compatibility testing? To ensure the software works across different browsers, devices, operating systems and networks. Question number 29. What is usability testing, or how do you test usability? By checking how easy and user friendly the application is for the end user. So define task, recruit users, observe and record, and then after analyze the result. Next is, what is localization testing? It ensures the software is adapted for a specific region, language and culture. Test translation accuracy, verifies culture appropriateness, checks date, time, currency, format, ensures proper text display. Next is, what is globalization testing? Globalization checks if the application can support multiple languages and regions, while the localization focuses on one specific region. Next is, what is performance testing? Performance testing checks the system speed, responsiveness and stability under load. It will check speed, responsiveness, stability and the scalability. Let's move to the 33. What is load testing? To determine how the system behaves under expected user load, simulates expected concurrent users, measures response time under normal conditions, and identifies performance bottleneck. Question number 34. What is a stress testing? Stress testing pushes the system beyond limits to see when it breaks, while load testing checks within expected limits. So you can manage it like this. In a load testing, test system behavior under expected user load, operates within normal capacity limits, focuses on performance under typical condition, while in the stress testing, pushes system beyond normal capacity limits, identifies breaking points and failure modes, and test recovery capabilities after failure. Next is, what is security testing, or why is security testing important? To identify vulnerabilities, ensure data protection, and prevent unauthorized access. Right? Next is, what is GUI testing, or what do you check in GUI testing? So answer is, we check the visual elements, layouts, colors, fonts, alignments, and responsiveness. Next is, what is cross browser testing, or why do we perform cross browser testing? To ensure the application works consistently across different web browsers. Next is, what is monkey testing? So it's a random unplanned testing approach to see if the system crashes, performs random inputs and actions, no specific test cases or scenarios, identifies unexpected crashes and errors, and often automated with tools that simulate random user behavior. Next is, what is risk based testing? Answer is, when prioritizing testing on high risk functionalities due to limited time or resources. 40. What is traceability metrics? RTM maps requirements to test cases to ensure all requirements are tested. 41. What is a test strategy? Test strategy is high level and the organization wide. Test plan is project specific. So next is, what is impact analysis in testing? It helps assesses the effect of changes on the existing system. It will be visible change, immediate effects, regression risk, integration issues, or performance impact. Next is, what is API testing? Can manual testers do API testing? Yes, using tools like Postman to verify API functionality without a GUI. Next is, what is a test environment? Why is test environment setup important? Because it ensures testing is done under conditions similar to production. It will be hardware, software, configuration, and data. Question number 45. What is a test closure report? When do we prepare a test closure report? Your answer will be at the end of testing to summarize activities, results, and lesson learned. For the test summary, defect matrix, test results, and the lesson learned. Next is, what is defect leakage? When a defect escapes from one testing phase to the next or to production, right? In the unit testing, defect should be caught here first. In the integration testing, some defects leak through. In the system testing, fewer defects should reach here. In the production, defect leakage to users. Question number 47. What is defect density? How is defect density calculated? Number of defects per size of the software, right? For example, 15 defects, total defects found in a 1K LOC, lines of code, 15 density defects per 1000 lines of code. So your defect density is equal to number of defects divided by size of software multiplied by 1000. Question number 48. What is a showstopper bug? A defect so severe that it holds the testing process. The main characteristics of showstopper bugs blocks further testing progress, prevents core functionality from working. Question number 49. What is sanity testing? After small changes to check if the affected part works as expected. Right? And the 50th one, final real world scenario question. You find a high severity defect on release day. What do you do? Answer is immediately report it to the lead and stakeholders with impact analysis and suggest possible options like a hotfix, delay, or workaround. So, these are the total 50 questions in manual testing in a role play model, interviewer and the candidate. Prepare these all questions before you go for the manual testing interview. This will definitely help you. This will improve your confidence. Thank you for watching. If you found this mock interview helpful, hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Java Python Interview Hub for more interview preparation videos. See you in the next session, and it will be automation question. Subscribe to Java Python Interview Hub. Learn, practice, succeed, turn on notifications for more mock interviews. Thank you very much guys for joining with me.